Alright guys, in this video I want to go over a couple different things that you guys can do to increase your alkaline DMT breathing flow. So these are things that I've developed to kind of add to the practice, and a lot of it has to do with things that we can do in our breath hold and in our inhale hold. So instead of just sitting there in meditation, a lot of times the body wants to move. So after we do our 30 to 40 rounds of breathing, and we get to our exhale retention, in our exhale retention, one thing I really love to do is the stomach vacuum. And what that looks like is this. On your last exhale, breathe everything out, and then you suck the belly button in and up. And what you see me doing there is things that I would like to invite you to do to really learn how to do this and how to maximize the stomach vacuum, and that is lifting from pretty much the pelvic bone, lifting upward, pretty much gently massaging the organs to increase the circulation and the digestion. And also one thing I like to do as well, and it really helps when I'm in a fasted state, like this morning I haven't had anything to eat yet and I'm making this video, so it's really helpful, is on the exhale retention, is to massage around the ribs. Because during this breath work, we are working out the lungs, obviously quite a bit. So to massage around the lungs and the ribs is really important, because energetically we store grief and emotions of grief in the lungs. So this is also really going to help us to get a lot of the emotional and spiritual benefits out of the breath work more, because we're getting in there and we're doing the actual self-massage work to actually start to release these, open up the energy channels, and allow emotions that no longer serve us to release during the breath work. So we have the pelvic bone lifting. Now to do that successfully, this is also like referred to as the sacral massage. To do that successfully, you can't really be breathing or you can't really be stomach vacuuming really intensely. You can't be tense in here. Like for example, the stomach vacuum is more like this. When I'm in that intense of a stomach vacuum, it's a little difficult for me to do a successful sacral massage because those muscles are contracted, pulling in. So to kind of mobilize the organs, what I would invite you to do is on your exhale, before you do a strong stomach vacuum, just exhale and relax. Keep the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And then with this part still relaxed, go in there. Another way that you know you can do this while this is relaxed is your spine is going to stay curved like this. That's how you know on your exhale retention. If you can unclench the abdominal muscles, but your spine still stays like this, you're gonna have a more successful sacral massage to mobilize the organs. But if you were basically to come up more like this, what this motion starts to do, starts to activate that stomach vacuum. So massage here and then go into stomach vacuum right after. Now, when you're in your stomach vacuum, there's lots of ways that you can work out this region. So for example, if I'm just facing you head on, facing straight, and I do my stomach vacuum, one thing that I can instantly invite you to do is reaching a hand upward and then reaching a hand upward this way. What's going to happen is when you reach the hand upward, usually the rib will flare out. And I'll show you in a minute in the stomach vacuum, usually this rib will flare out. We're gonna work to bring this rib down. So we're starting to build a mind muscle connection between pretty much the serratus anterior, which holds the ribs down. So in the stomach vacuum, it will look something like this. And so twice on each side, you saw me flare it upward, which is the natural tendency. You saw me work to bring that down, all while the hand is still upward. So this is really gonna help to build really the muscles that support the lungs. And I believe that if you can work the muscle that brings the lung down from flaring out, you're also gonna increase your capacity to take larger breaths. So it works both ends of the spectrum here. That's why I'm very comfortable taking a really, really deep breath, which always starts with the belly and works its way up. It's the three-way breath. So it's belly, navel, shoulders, then actually the back. So I believe I'm able to do that because I've worked my capacity not only to breathe in more, and at that point where you just saw me up so high, I can take sips through my mouth of extra air. So when I've reached my capacity for nasal breathing and I rest the tongue on the roof of my mouth, I'm taking additional sips of air through the mouth and then resting the tongue on the roof of my mouth, really just kind of increasing the total capacity that the lungs are able to hold. So I like to think of it as, you know, if I breathe 100% capacity of oxygen in through my nose, I can't get any more. Rest the tongue on the roof of my mouth, I can go up to 101, 102, 103, all the way up to, you know, in my estimation, like 110, 120, really just to expand the lungs. And it's working both ends of the pendulum. So the larger you get your lung size, the more you're gonna conversely be able to exhale and be able to train that part of the exhale too. So this video is mostly just about what you can do in the you know, for the sacral massage, basically what you can do in the exhale retention and the inhale retention. So another thing I talk about a lot is on the exhale retention, to really get all the air out of your lungs, you can basically do a full body squeeze. So what I mean by that is I'm in my favorite alkaline breathing position right now. I have my cushion where you could just use a pillow right behind me like this. So it really helps for me when I exhale completely to go down. So it's a position that you're using gravity by going down to help to forcefully get all the oxygen out of your lungs. I'll do it from the side as well, where you have your full inhale and then you go. You can go side to side, kind of working almost like an oblique crunch. You can go side to side, like left, right. The reason you do that is you find pockets of air that you wouldn't be able to exhale had you just come down in a straight line and go. I still have a lot, when I think I've exhaled completely, I really haven't. So you're able to kind of explore these areas left and right, side to side, to get all the oxygen out. And then when you're here, when you're down there, you squeeze. just for about 1 or 2 seconds. That's all you need. And I would definitely make sure that you've exhaled all the possible air that you have first. Then when you can't find any other air to breathe out, you know you have 0 in your body. That's the time that you want to do this squeeze. Because it's really strengthening, I believe, the mitochondria on a cellular level. You know, my athleticism has gone way up, my physique, my performance from doing this exercise. And once again, I always think of it as 2 ends of the pendulum. We're training the body to contract while it has no air, but it's utilizing the oxygen that we've built into the blood by doing the rounds that build up before that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. There'll be some links down below in the description for more videos, for more info. I am going to release a mini course very soon, so you might see that below, where we go in great depth on how to do the whole alkaline breathing flow, and also just little tips like this that you can really use to master this practice and to really start to have more fun with the alkaline breathing. Because the songs that go with it are pretty much the outline. So we have the music, we have the breath work, that's the outline, but within that framework of the songs and the music, and when you press play, what can you do? And how can you really take your practice to the next level? So that's what the mini course is all about. So I will see you guys in the next video.